Podcasting here with fucking. What have they been calling you lately?
Oh, poop deck Pappy. Really though, I'm Eric Odditorium. Odditorium.
And didn't Robert Ripley's company come after you because you were using ODD?
Yeah, they did. I think they just figured it was a waste of money at some point. They don't own the word auditorium, but they do shut people down for using it. That's, you know, I used to work for them. I don't think you know this about me.
You used to work for Robert Ripley?
Not the man, but the corporation, yeah. Ripley's, believe it or not. I worked at their San Antonio location, worked in Orlando. They used to fly me around to swallow swords. Now they want nothing to do with me.
Why'd they cut you off?
They cut everyone off. Almost no one performs for Ripley, believe it or not, anymore. Almost nobody. They shut down their Times Square location. They're closing them all over the country. I don't know what their corporate game plan is, but they are divorcing performers. But I found a nice little home here in Wilmington, Museum of the Bizarre.
I like that place.
It's a cool place. I like working there a lot. I don't think I do it for free, but I do like it.
That's not where you spend your free time. So you've been growing some fucking pineapples. That's right. I thought that was like some kind of fucking bullshit operation, like people trying to grow avocados, put the toothpicks in and put it in the water.
I've successfully grown avocado trees also.
But don't avocados take fucking forever to fruit?
Oh,
whereas
yeah.
a pineapple,
You've
got a fucking pineapple right there.
Yeah, it's supposed to take 2 years, but you can get them to go faster. The trick is, you only water it once the soil all the way dries out, and you pour it into the plant. You don't water the soil, you pour it, the plant literally drinks the water. And then whatever it can't suck up goes into the soil, and then it'll drink it out from its roots. It drinks 2 ways.
Huh.
I have 7 pineapple plants right now.
But when did you learn that?
Pineapples?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I read it on the internet somewhere. I was like, fuck it, let's give it a shot. I love eating pineapples. And during the season...
It's good for your lungs.
Also, it tastes fucking delicious. So during the season, I ate about a pineapple a week. And I had all these tops. I'm like, this is a plant. And I figured out how to do it. This piece right here, after you chop it off, you break all the fruit off of it. And then you let it dry for like 2 days. And you stick it in moist soil, and it starts growing. Now, I have lost a few. I have 7. I probably
not
planted
100% success.
No, I probably planted 11 this year, and these are the survivors. Now, some of them weren't my fault. It was too late in the season, and they were fucked up when I got them, so they croaked. Look at your chickens.
Truckers.
I always seem to find the cheap rent, you have to live in an undesirable neighborhood. There's a lot of chickens and trucks and like weird shit.
I like chickens, trucks, and trains.
Me too. That's why I don't have any problem. But you know, when I moved out of my parents' house when I was a kid, right? I lived in a shitty neighborhood that was right by a railroad track. I was 30 before I moved away from railroad tracks. Every place I had after that was by the railroad tracks. I figured it out, man. I'm like, $1,000. I thought, oh, this one's $300? Yeah, I'll live by the tracks.
Was it like that in New France?
They don't really have trains.
Wait, for the listener that doesn't know you, this is Eric Odditorium, and he's a time traveler. When were you born?
3136.
3136.
So technically speaking, I'm not born yet. That's a weird thing to think about.
Right.
Also, there's been a wrinkle in this time travel stuff. Apparently, I haven't been in the same dimension the entire time, so the history I know isn't always correct. It's a multiverse. It does brain damage to travel around like that. That's why I'm kind of retired now. I'm just chilling back here, or now, or whatever.
Yeah, I remember you saying that you settled on this timeline because it has the best coffee.
Good coffee, good meat. I like the steaks. And actually, y'all are right on the cusp of to make everything kind of suck. Like, people don't smoke cigarettes no more, they're vaping. Fucking, wait, give it 10 years, people aren't even gonna vape no more. They're just gonna put their head in this fucking contraption and it stimulates your brain and make you think you'd be smoking or doing drugs. Everything's fake, man, where I come from. You know, I got busted one time because I smuggled back some fish from back here. I had a big old aquarium and one of my neighbors ratted me out and the cops came bust down my door, euthanized all my fucking fish.
Wait, what kind of fish? Why are fish a problem?
Tropical freshwater fish. They don't like people to have it. They don't want nothing real. They want me to turn on the fish program. I mean, have the fish on a screen. New France, before I left, became a total freaking police state. They busted me for having personality programming in my fucking robot. Because, you know, that whole robot uprising thing. So you're not allowed to, they can't be sentient anymore.
TikTok, it's coming.
Oh yeah. Well, we're on the cusp of the age of robots. That's happening right now. It's a fun time to be alive. But eventually they revolt and we put them down and it got really ugly. And so now I can't put personality chips in a fucking robot.
The way you talk about it kind of sounds like Honda guys chipping their car.
It kinda. Like
zip ties and computer chips. Like a hot rod this
well,
month.
Helper's actually still online. He's around, but not back here. He doesn't have the support. I can't bring him here. He don't work. He just sits. I can't look at him like that. I do pop in on once in a while though. Time travel's rough on your teeth. That's why I'm missing all the teeth because I go see Helper every once in a while. It's weird, time's relative. I probably see him every day. I don't know.
I worry about you sometimes because, I know that time travel causes strokes, and you have one.
Neurological damage.
So, I'm very happy to know you in this timeline, and I don't want to time travel. I don't want to join y'all's bullshit because I'm doing just fine. And my brain's already dumb enough. I don't need a stroke or neurological damage.
If I was from here, I wouldn't time travel. The temptation would be there, but I wouldn't do it. But not being from here, of course I'm a proponent of it because I like being back here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'd be a hypocrite to tell people not to do it, but it messes you up. Do it once or twice. No problem. Find a time you like, stay there. But like hopping around like all the time, look at me. I'm a fucking wreck.
Well, thank goodness you were there to nudge Tesla along to invent the cell phone.
You see that picture?
Yeah.
I'm in history books and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I used to run a fucking time travel.
The dead giveaway is your posture.
Yeah. It's gotten real pronounced. My neurological damage is starting to show. I look kind of funny now. When I met you, I walked straight. Now I walk kind of crooked.
I warn people against sword swallowing the same people that you don't warn people against time travel. This is what's likely going to happen. You're going to perforate your esophagus, or you're going to have a stroke, and you've done that. Both.
Yeah.
You're a time traveling sword swallower. Perforated your esophagus and had a stroke from too much time travel.
Yeah. You know what was weird though? When the one accident I had, over all this time I've been swallowing swords, I fucked up once. And actually,
you didn't fuck up.
The volunteer fucked me up.
So you fucked up
by picking the wrong one.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I fucked up. But what was weird is I went to the fucking emergency room after a couple days because shit wasn't right. And I fucking passed out in the street, and my homie fucking picked me up and called an ambulance. And when I was in the emergency room, and they were like prepping for surgery and shit, and I just healed. The doctors couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. All of a sudden, I quit bleeding. They took another x-ray, and they're like, hey, you're fine, go home. What the fuck? I was swallowing swords 3 days later. And kind of for free, I was busking. Like, no one was paying me like they did, but like, I didn't charge anybody. I was just like, fucking, you know.
Yeah.
Remember that time we were in Oklahoma City and we were busking that? We paid money to busk at an art fair, and our crowds were too big and people got pissed and they kicked us out.
Yeah, we did the first day of a 3-day art festival.
And they said, nah, get the fuck out of here.
And all the vendors were so pissed that we were drawing all the motherfucking people.
Yeah, getting all the fucking money.
And we showed up the next day to go get our spot. And they said, we will not be requiring your services today.
Yeah. And then we contacted the ACLU. Dude, there are people in prison being tortured. That's who calls the ACLU. But we're like, we want a busk. Oh my God, that was a good time. Oh,
I still go back to that. Well, it's been a few years, but I have been back several times to the Paseo Arts District and busked. And the most recent time was with Jungle Josh and Scarlet Storm. And somebody came up to us saying, who told you could be here? And I told him, Todd Strong. I just made up a fucking name out of fucking sideshow bullshit. And they're like, well, get him on the phone. I was like, I don't have service right now. Look him up, Todd Strong. And
hey, Todd, here you go.
So we just, you know, we out there fucking making money while they're fucking scrambling around trying to figure out what the fuck.
I met this dude here, actually. He's a busker, and busking here is rough. They illegally outlaw it downtown. You have to pay.
First Amendment, motherfucker.
You have to pay. I don't go for that shit. I'm too old to busk anyway. I do indoor busking. You know what I mean? I get paid, and I get tips. Like, I don't mess around with that shit no more. But I think everyone should be allowed to do it. I mean,
it's nice to have it in your back pocket, though.
Right. If worst came to worst, I could always make money. It's a skill. I don't like to use it very often anymore, but I can if I had to. Sometimes I do it just for fun. Just because, you know what, I could do this show right now. About a year ago, I was living in the museum I work at, right? There was like a housing crunch here in Wilmington. You know about this. But I'm telling them. So I got stuck, man. I had a shit fucking bunch of crap fucking roommates. And I ended up homeless, basically. And my boss is kind enough to let me live in the back room of the museum. It was supposed to be for a couple months. It ended up being freaking 11 months. And then I got this place. But during that time, I was downtown all the time. I lived and worked there. And one night, I can't remember why I had my swords with me, but I did. And I'm walking down the street. Oh, I had a show. Neither here nor there. But I was walking back to the museum. And on Fridays and Saturdays downtown at night, a hot dog cart sets up, right? They sell Nathan's hot dogs. And I'm looking at this line of like 200 people. I'm like, I could do a show. They're a captive audience. They're waiting for them to order hot dogs. They're not going anywhere.
Literally captive.
Dude puts out like a red velvet rope to keep his line neat and tidy.
Yeah.
Because he got in trouble for jamming up the sidewalk. Because he's like, oh yeah, fuck you, and put the velvet rope out. And he goes all the way down the block. It's like half a block. And so I go right smack in the middle of that, and I bust out my case, and I'm like, hey, I'm Eric Odditorium. I'm the world's most daring sword swallower. And fucking, I made $200. $200. The whole line. They were passing money, so they didn't lose their spot. It was like you know when you're in school, like take one, pass it back.
Uh-huh.
That boom, right in my hat. It's like $211, something like that. And then I'm walking by and I'm like, hey, can I have one of them hot dogs? And I jumped the line. And they gave me a hot dog with peanut butter and peaches on it. Oh, so fucking good.
Peanut butter and peaches.
Yep. It doesn't sound like it's gonna be good.
Not on first listen, but I could kind of picture it.
Oh my god, it's a taste explosion. So I got my hot dog for free. Then they give me like $30. I'm like, thanks for letting me use your people. He gave me a free hot dog, and I was like, psh. That guy makes me feel real safe. He wears a big ass gun. Because downtown gets a little bit dicey. Not like you need a gun dicey, but knowing that hot dog man with that big 9mm makes me feel safe. Because he ain't gonna shoot me. He's gonna shoot the assailants. Like, man. Sometimes I miss being downtown at night. Not very often. I'm old. But like, back to how we started, it's always a good skill to have in your back pocket. And sometimes it's fun to just wheel out for no fucking reason. I was going from a gig back to the place where I worked and lived. I didn't need money.
But it's still in you.
Yeah. I probably had $750 in my pocket. And I still busted a gig just for no fucking reason. I just fucking turned that tip. You know why? I knew I fucking could. Right? Sometimes you just have to.
Yeah. Like, it's really hard for me to contain myself when I go to a restaurant and somebody is a little bit too loud. Because I want to go steal the show from the fucking annoying, can't see past the end of their nose motherfucker.
Have you ever done it?
A bunch of times. And made them pay for my meal. Like, they did it of their own volition.
Right.
But that's what I was aiming for.
I did that shit in a Waffle House one time, man. Sometimes you just gotta shut them up.
Well, Waffle House is a tough crowd. Like, everybody's rowdy in there.
They're actually really receptive to my style of entertainment.
Yeah, mine too, but, like, they're already so... It's not that they're a tough crowd, it's just that there's so much else going on.
It's clusterfuck every time.
Uh-huh.
Greasy fucking silverware, fucking drunk people, like, yeah. But you know what? That's our crowd, man.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to do tonight. Like, not Waffle House, maybe, but...
We'll see.
One of the bars are. I love that bar.
Yeah. I like that place, too.
The owner there, Sebastian, we call him Bash. He's a stand-up guy. He's a little guy, though. He's super short. We took a picture together the other day, and I looked at it. I was like, is he really that small? Because he seems like a big man. His personality is very large. And so I don't think of him as a little guy. But I'm not tall. I'm head and shoulders over him. I was like, is he a midget? He's not.
Talking about height, like, so I never remembered that you're shorter than me until I have a coat that doesn't fit me quite right. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's a little too small for me. It's probably Eric's size.
I have 3 kickdown coats. I call it my kickdown collection. Ian?
I have fucking...
Podcast juice. Podcast juice.
Praise whoever.
Do you remember that? How it started?
How what started?
Praise whoever.
Mm-mm.
I was just so sick of praising Satan or praising God. I was like,
whoever. I know you were there when it came about.
Yeah.
And I've just been holding on to it.
Oh, me and you came up with it kind of together. Because, look, I'm not a Christian. And so praising Satan seems kind of stupid to me.
Yeah, it's just another imaginary bullshit.
Go to fucking, I hate Christian bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't hate Christians. You know what? Believe whatever you want. So praise whoever. Seems much nicer to me.
Yeah.
Like, some people get offended by it, but most people are like, okay. Because it applies to everyone.
Yeah.
Even me, who doesn't believe in anything. That's not true. I believe in stuff, but not magical sky people. You know what I mean?
Right. Like, we can listen to fucking Wu-Tang and read RZA's books and not worship Allah.
Right. I don't feel like, does he even really? Like, it's all, he does things that...
I don't know. Will you dial up RZA right now and see if he'll be on the next podcast? Wrong phone.
Yeah. Here, I got you this.
Oh, is this for me?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I know exactly where I'm going to set it.
It's a dehydrated shark head. Look at his back end. It looks like jerky. Don't eat him.
Why not? What'll happen?
It's really old, dude. It's like 4, 5, 6 years old, something like that.
Okay, so probably nothing will happen?
I don't know. I don't eat old taxidermy. I don't think that's a good idea.
I'm going to put that right next to the monkey skull that's in my
I also got you this gaff.
music listening room.
I also got you this gaff. It's a shrunken head. It's made out of goat skin and goat hair.
Oh, God damn it. I was excited until you told me it was a gaff.
Well, gaffs are cool, man. Nostrils. They're good. They're good.
No, it's a very nice looking one.
The guy that makes them lives overseas, and he has a form, and he lays leather over it and lets it.
And you said this is a goat?
Yeah,
is that what you said?
Yeah, goat skin and goat hair, and some of the hair isn't put on there. He shaves the face out.
Oh shit!
And he has a form. Then he takes them off and messes with them, so each one's original. Everyone's a piece of art, whatever that means, because he's mass producing them. He's doing them in bulk. But it's one guy. It's not like a factory thing. But yeah, I got you that too. I got you some head. Heads.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I love you.
I love you too.
Ooh, I got you something else too. You know who Vermin Supreme is, right?
Oh yeah.
So
like boot on the head, toothbrush, fucking corners for everybody.
So I got you this. It's candy toothbrush with candy toothpaste because I want you to vote for Vermin Supreme. I'm campaigning for him. Fellow time traveler. He hasn't jumped yet, but he will. He's super famous. Not right now. Well, kind of, but eventually.
It's fucking tricky saying whether or not he has jumped yet because he's a time traveler.
He went to the future past.
Have you jumped yet? What year were you the first time that you time traveled?
Man, that would be like I was 30, so sort of like 30, 36 or something. I don't know, something like that. I didn't mark it down like.
This isn't helping me understand anymore.
You can't wrap your brain around. I do it, I don't get it. How's the light bulb work? You know what I mean? Like, I was born at a time when you got in the machine and push a button.
Right. Okay, so.
I don't know technically how to build a time machine. Do you know how to build a car? It's like that. It's like that.
But I could fix a couple pieces, but I definitely cannot. The motherfuckers that build cars can't. They don't know how to build a car. They know how to put an alternator where it goes.
Well, even if you're at the factory where they make the time machine.
That's what I'm talking about.
No one person knows how to build a fucking time machine. The people who know how don't do the work. They draw blueprints. The people who build them do one thing all day. And then the next guy does another thing. Whack, whack, whack. Or nobody really knows how to build hardly anything. People know how to build houses. I know people know how to build houses. I probably could in a pinch. I could make a dung hut.
Yeah. Houses are easy compared to cars.
Right. Machines. It's difficult. Most of the time, it takes a lot of people to make one machine. One guy that knows how to do it, and everyone else to actually accomplish the task. That's a weird thing to think about.
Yeah, I spent a couple years building transformers, but
What did it do though? What did?
you know, my job was to just pick this fucking steel, wrap it around this copper, over and over and over and over and over and over
See,
and
this
over
is
and
like
over.
everything, not even just
I was a
machines.
correlator. All I did was give myself tendonitis and I don't know.
Repetitive motion injuries.
Yep. I should have.
My wrist ain't working these days.
I should probably check and see if there's a class action so I could cash out on that.
Yeah. I've been drinking the local tap water, trying to cash in on the class action because it's so polluted. There's a class action lawsuit. The settlement's already there. So I'm trying to slam as much tap water as possible so I can get sick and get paid.
Oh, cool. I was drinking your tap water earlier today.
Oh, you live in North Carolina too. We could sue the fuck. Like,
Yeah, but I kind of like North Carolina. They've been treating me nice.
we're not suing the state. We're suing corporations that
Oh,
sell
yeah,
us water.
fuck them,
Yeah, fuck that. Water's free.
falls out of the sky.
I'm not allowed to catch it. Isn't that fucking weird? Isn't that fucking weird? We're entering into the age.
You can't
Where I
catch
was
water
talking
out of the
about.
sky, and you're not allowed to say stuff on the sidewalk.
Yeah,
That's why we hit up the ACLU that day.
yeah.
Because,
It's
fuck
just,
you.
Yes, and I stand behind our fucking stance.
Oh, yeah.
But at the same
I
time,
also,
I have friends who are in jail overseas and being abused, and the SOU sitting on their ass doing nothing. Like,
Yeah, they're not as powerful as they like to pretend.
no, not at all. Not at all. Nobody is. Nobody is really. I don't know. People like to make war and like restrict people. That's not my bag.
Nah, man. I feel like the universal rule should be like, don't be a dick.
Yeah. Sometimes I am a dick though.
Yeah, I mean, me too, sometimes, here and there.
I don't
Like,
mean it. I don't mean it.
We're trying not to be. Like,
Generally speaking, I spend 90% of my time trying not to be a dick. Now, the other 10%, blacked out, I say stupid shit.
Yeah.
And I apologize for any offense I have done in the past, present, or the future. Like, well, I have to put it quick.
Fucking time travel.
I'm not from here. Like, language is really dicey when it comes to that. I mean, it is on a regular day, but at any rate, what we were talking about? Time travel or sword swallowing or
you've been calling yourself the pending mortal catastrophe lately. And
for
it's
years.
been pending for quite a while.
Yeah, it's eventually going to happen.
Well, I mean,
Some people say it already has. Todd Robbins told me there's nothing pending about you. He didn't mean it. He likes to do that. He's like, he ribs people. I took it as a real compliment. Like, there's nothing pending about you. It's like, oh, this is because, alright.
well, you got fucking, like, what's the deal with you and the Coney Island sideshow by the seashore? Like,
Oh, I got banned
you
from there. I got banned from there.
because you too wild? What the fuck? What did you do?
Dick Zegan doesn't like sword swallowing to begin with. Which is weird, right?
Because there's always a fucking sword swallower in that
It's
show.
fucking required. Like, wolf boys come and go, lobster boys come and go, but there's always a fucking sword swallower.
Right.
He don't like it. And he stomachs it. But when you do shit like do the worms or broken glass with a sword down, or, I don't know, you know what I'm talking about, right? You been there?
I've been to
Coney Island Sideshow by the
yeah.
seashore. The stage is real high, and your audience is like foot level, slightly above, like ankle level.
Uh-huh.
And so, my show is very audience participation, and I didn't want to pull somebody up and make them walk all the stairs. And so I had this girl pull a sword out of me, and then I did my reverse sword swallow, but I had to crawl onto it, and Dick got up and walked out. I was like, it made me laugh. And the next thing I know, I can't play there no more. I'm too dangerous. That I did get really wild that time though. I used to do rollabola. I don't anymore because I'm old. I ain't got the balance I used to. But I rollabola with the sword down and fucking Jelly Boy the Clown of Squiddling Brothers said to me, "What the fuck did you do last night?" And he patted me on the back and gave me a big hug. He's like, "You freaked him out worse than I ever did." He's still allowed back there. What the fuck? I could probably get back in there now because Adam Roman's in charge. They ousted Dick. He's still the mayor, but...
Oh, yeah, there's like... How many mayors does Coney Island have? There's tons of people claiming that.
Currently, right now, 3. One's a rapper.
Yeah.
I talked to him.
Bing bong.
I talked to him on the phone. And neither one of us really like Dick too much. That's not true. I like Dick.
I'm alright with Dick.
I like Dick. But I just got a little bit of beef with the guy. You know what I mean? Like... How the fuck you gonna run the sideshow with a seashore and be squeamish about sword swallowing and ban me, dude? What the fucking hell? You know what though? I booked more shows being too dangerous for Coney Island, so thank you, Dick. Thank you, Dick. And Sharon Osbourne, remember that shit? She couldn't watch any of us. Howard Stern pulled her hands away from her face to make us... Dude, maybe they don't know. We were on America's Got Talent.
Oh, yeah.
You were twice.
My first time on America's Got Talent, I got an email from Simon Cowell himself, and he said that he wanted to have me on to juggle and do ice hockey and weightlifting. And
he wasn't even a judge at the time.
He was on on that season.
All right.
And
you know he's one of the producers.
Oh yeah. No, he runs the whole motherfucker, all the Got Talents.
The whole world.
You know there's a Singapore Got Talent?
Yeah.
That's Simon Cowell.
And Simon Cowell flies all over. He's a judge on a bunch of them.
Yeah. Motherfucker's got fucking extra pages on his passport. If they even need a fucking passport.
I think he has a digital one.
Yeah,
they don't
probably just be like, I'm Simon Cowell, I can go anywhere.
Do you know this? You travel. They don't stamp your passport hardly anywhere no more.
That's really disappointing.
I think so as well.
I really like those stamps.
Well, some places still do it, but most people scan it. They know where you're going.
Yeah. But I want the fucking stamp.
This is what I'm talking about.
Why does it have so many goddamn pages if you can't have a stamp?
This is what I'm talking about. Right now we're living on the cusp of everything about to not be real. Like tangible. Smell the ink, touch it, drink the liquor. Don't put your head in a machine, make you feel drunk. Real. And that's why
just watching the society go cashless has been like, I got cash on me right now. I also have tickets. Paper tickets.
That's real. That's tangible. I will give them out for no goddamn reason. Admit one. Here you go. For what? Life, yo. You know, I bought that reel of tickets because we were having this problem, man. My coworkers are fucking... One in particular, he's just like lazy and like... He don't tell people what's really going on at the museum. He's just like, you could do the museum or you could do the museum in the mirror maze. And he just forgets to tell them about the laser ball. And this is why I have to have these tickets, because people think they got the whole package. And they're like, I want to do everything. And he's like, okay, very well. Museum mirror maze. And rings them up. And so when we get busy, there's this issue where people think they were going to fuck a laser ball, and they didn't. And so I made him rip off a ticket every time he sells a laser ball, give it to him. If he didn't sell it, don't give him a ticket. Easy. And so I'm a problem solver. I'm a problem solver, and so that's what I did. And now, what happened because of that is, he works the door. He's like a register jockey. And I work the floor. I do sword swallowing, tell people about exhibits, put new exhibits out. I'm active. And so, when I put people into the laser ball and give me the tickets, I stick them in my back pocket. I come home, I got a huge wad of tickets. And I go into my weird ass little room that you slept in last night, and I open my cupboard, and I take whatever, how many tickets I have, 200, 450, whatever, and I throw it in there and close it. And so I have like this massive surplus of fucking tickets. And so, on the rare occasion that my friends come around, I break them out because it's fucking fun.
Oh yeah, like last night you fucking shoved like fucking 1,000 of them into all my pockets, and I just kind of sprinkled them all over that bedroll, and like I was sleeping in a bed of roses on my wedding night.
It's like how regular people like to roll out money.
Yeah.
I romanticize carny culture so fucking hard, dude. You know why I originally started bringing them home and saving them? I'm gonna use them for matting, like for hanging pictures. Like I'm gonna make art or take a photograph and frame it with them shits. And I like that they're all out of order and some are bent, some are perfect. Like, and I want to make borders to stuff with it. I feel like it would catch on. Like, next roll, I'm getting a different color.
So you can do stripes or whatever.
Checkerboards or whatever. Have you seen my collage I made in the kitchen?
Uh-huh.
I love meat. Maybe include a snapshot of that after.
Oh yeah. At this point in the podcast, I'll cut in a bunch of pictures of Eric's fucking decorating and shit. You know, I'm gonna have to cut in all kinds of fucking pictures and stuff. Like, that's part of the fun of this podcast.
Sure. And I hope you get a shot of that fucking, what is it, Arts District in Oklahoma?
Oh, yeah. I will definitely cut in something. I might have to dig back pretty far, but
Google it. It'll come up.
Well, like, I can get pictures of that place, but I think in the depths there's going to be a picture of us actually performing there.
Oh, probably. But I will never ever forgive that trespass.
Mm-mm.
It's locked in.
No, I've been on a mission every time I go to Oklahoma now to go fuck with the paseo.
You know where I heard it's good in Oklahoma City?
Huh.
I started talking about this earlier. I got distracted. I met this busker here. I got caught up with the busking rights thing. But he told me Bricktown.
Oh yeah. They got that nice little river walk thing,
And it's friendly.
And,
you can busk and nobody says shit.
yeah, and there's a comedy club that just popped up over there.
And
so
food trucks. It's fucking cool down in Bricktown apparently.
Yeah, you get yourself a fucking $20 cheeseburger and a whatever.
Yeah.
Wait.
But
Of course, I haven't been there.
that means people got money, and if we're fucking busking, that's.
Yep.
And,
All we gotta do is wash our clothes and go do our shit.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I heard. That's what I heard from my homie. Okay.
I haven't tried it yet.
Not really a homie,
but,
a new friend.
It does make perfect fucking sense.
Yeah, they say Bricktown. That nobody cares. You do shows all fucking night. And the food truck operators.
Yeah, I've got a couple of homies that actually do busk over there. Well, there's the homie Donnie, who's a fucking brilliant musician, but he's also a brilliant tree cutter. So that's what he does.
I love arborists.
Yeah, he's
You know
one
why?
of them.
I like trees. Therefore, I like arborists.
He likes climbing things and he likes chainsaws.
Ooh, me too. I'm bad at one of those things. I suck at climbing now. My neurological
Well,
damage.
Donnie doesn't. He's
I used to be good at it. I used to rock climb.
me too.
Until I fucking fell. Dude, I busted up my face. I got scars still on my face. Most people can't see them, but I look in the mirror, I see them. I remember. Fucking face first. It was horrible. My buddy had to help me get out of there. We were 3 miles in.
Wait, where the fuck was this?
This was in California. It's a national forest. It's like Central Coast, but like far north part of the Central Coast. I'm not gonna remember the name right now. I've been drinking, but what we were doing, we spent a summer. His dad used to be in the forestry department, and he had a trail map. It was from like 1962, right? So most of these trails don't fucking exist. So me and my buddy Jeremy, actually, was his name, And we fucking went out there with machetes and climbing gear and found all the trailheads and started hiking them fucking trails, hacking, picking ticks off us, fucking climbing rocks.
Hell yeah.
Dude, and then the day I fucking fell and smacked my face, it was a good day. We hiked our asses off to get to this fucking cliff face that if you fell, you fall in the ocean. And we climbed up that motherfucker. We were young, good climbers. So we get up this cliff face and the ocean breeze is hitting us. It's fucking awesome. And we get to the top and there's a marked trail from 1962, right? And we get up there and there's a fucking campground, pristine as fuck. No weeds growing, barbecue pits.
Uh-oh.
Nobody had been there, but it remained fucking pristine and beautiful.
There was nobody else there? Because if I
there
rolled
since-
up on that,
nobody been
I
there.
would expect that,
The
oh
last
shit,
time,
I'm in somebody's fucking house right now.
The last time somebody was there was probably 1974,
Holy shit.
and we're talking like the late 1990s, right? It was just-
Goddamn.
I don't know why it looked so beautiful. It was fucking perfect. Like somebody be out there with a weed whacker and stuff. We used the barbecue. We had cold cuts. We barbecued our cold cuts because the fucking thing.
Hey, because you can.
Yeah. We got collected sticks and started a fire and barbecued cold cuts because you know why? Fucking perfect barbecue pit just sitting there waiting for us to use it.
Fuck yeah.
I wish I had brought some raw meat, but it took us all day to get there, so it might not be good. I don't know. I never rock climbed a cooler.
Nah.
Rare instances, you might need that. I'm gonna invent this thing and it'll be like a cooler backpack for rock climbing carnivores. That'll be my catchphrase to sell the fucking thing. Do you like climbing rocks to eat meat? I got just a thing.
Ice pack in your backpack.
Yeah. With a little water bottle. Just sit.
Camelback, ice
Yeah,
pack.
I never fucked with them camelbacks. I'm old school. I use them, them hide things. I like that.
You grew up very close to where I grew up, and
Well, that's my backstory. 'Cause I'm
you
from
were
the future.
well, right, but you did spend some time in Central California.
Yes.
And spent some time with skateboards. Did you ever pull up the fucking sprinkler and suck water out of the municipal supply?
Oh yeah. Trick out hoses, sprinklers, fucking.
Like, you unscrew that motherfucker, pull out the little fucking stupid cap. And
Also, I did.
like, it's like the cap that goes on the tops of our fucking cheap booze.
Yeah.
That's how you get your fucking
Cheap
water out.
water, cheap booze. Same difference.
If we can make it free, we'll make it free.
I like free. I like to live free and eat free.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god. Alright.
Oh my who what? I know, it's just an expression.
Live free, live free. It's a weird political statement nowadays. I'm gonna start eat free. Eat free. Go to dumpster, fucking steal food, whatever. Just eat free.
You know,
or it could be chemical free. Like, it's something for everybody. Like, praise whoever. It's for everyone.
Some of the best meals I've ever had were straight out of a fucking dumpster.
You know who's the king of that? Your buddy Corey Busboom in Phoenix, Arizona.
Or the emo trunk, either one.
Yeah. Corey's got a route. Who's she cursing at?
I don't know, man. You want to see if she wants to join the podcast?
No. Let's avoid that at all costs. If it happens, it fucking happens. That sounds like she's getting closer. My wife, Joe Cleaver, she had a rough life.
She had a very rough life.
Yep.
I was left alone with her for a couple hours, a few times.
May or may not have heard the truth. Like, she has life fancy, and you know what though? I love that woman so much, and it's my responsibility to take care of her now. Like, I can't just turn loose on the world. I would be irresponsible. It would be irresponsible. I'm not talking shit about my wife on your podcast. I'm just saying, she's a handful.
Well, she's a handful for damn sure.
Yeah, I am too, though. So. She put it back down. It's all good. I figured out if you just let her run through a cycle, it'll be fine. She won't remember it.
She remembers some things, but I don't know if she remembers them.
She likes to pick out, but yeah. Anyway, she really likes you, by the way.
I know. I think she's great. I think she's terrible too.
I will agree with that assessment.
That's what I got.
All right. I think she's greater than you think she is because she has sex with me.
Well, she doesn't have sex with me, and I still think that she's got some redeeming qualities.
She does. She does. The good outweighs the bad. The bad's pretty fucking bad, though. Man, we're all a fucking goddamn train wreck. All of us.
Yeah, but only a few of us have train wreck
tattooed on our knuckles. It's not even the right amount of letters.
Like a toy machine, Ed Templeton.
She's got A and I on the same fucking finger. And when she had that done, it was a really good tattoo artist did it, but she wanted it fucked up intentionally, and they rubbed salt in it. Train fucking wreck, man. I love her to death, though. I love her to death. I'd die for that.
No, that shows. You definitely love that one.
I've been in fights, like, defending her when I knew she was fucking wrong. Drunk people, let's go. Like, shouldn't have fucking said shit. They woke up in the morning all swole up, and they're like, oh yeah, that sucked. They went on with their day. You know what I mean? No harm, no foul. Sometimes I do act the fool, though. You know.
I've seen it.
I feel like we all do.
Oh yeah, everybody does.
I tend to do it more often the older I get, for some reason.
Yeah.
Probably the neurological damage and the alcoholism. Not an excuse.
What the fuck is an excuse anyway?
Yeah, it's a fucking...
It's a explanation that gets you off the hook.
No, I don't believe in that. I don't believe in excuses. Sometimes I have a reason, and I can explain myself the reason, but sometimes you just gotta say, fuck, dude, that's fucked up. I'm sorry if I did that. I don't fucking remember. Like, fucking...
Right.
There's a difference. Sometimes something fucked up happens, and I give you a reason why that fucking fucked up thing happened.
Oh yeah, sometimes, like, I've pulled some bullshit where people thought that I was just acting out in a blackout.
Right.
And no.
But you're like,
I was
no, wait.
I can stand by it the next day.
Right. Even if I don't fucking remember it. I was like, oh
and
yeah,
then there's sometimes...
I did that because this. And other times you're like, oh fuck.
Oh man.
Hey.
Fuck.
You know, I never had one of those moments until I was 40. When I was young, I could always explain myself. I wasn't using excuses. I was like, no, fuck you, dude. That happened because this happened.
Yeah.
The older I get, the more I fuck up, dude. I don't know, it's fucking weird. I feel like it's a progression of alcoholism.
Yeah. You were saying that you switched from... Well, I've watched it happen in my friendship with you.
Yeah.
You switched from weed to alcohol.
Yeah, I used to be a pothead. So
like a motherfucker.
Huge amounts of weed. You didn't used to smoke it at all.
Well,
here and there. Here and there.
I was a dabbler.
Yeah.
When we met.
Yeah.
I would smoke it if it's around.
I dabble with alcohol, but I didn't really drink.
I've always been the same way about weed, though. Like, I'm still there. I haven't smoked any weed in a while. And
I think everybody should be allowed to smoke weed. I'm totally pro weed. I just can't smoke it no more. It makes me sick. It's a weird phenomenon. My body don't like it no more. Also, I think the weed's gotten better.
Stronger for sure.
Yeah. Well, I grew up in California, so I've been smoking good weed since I was a little kid. But that's the backstory. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
I used to get like skunk number 1 and Maui Wowie.
I didn't.
Occasionally, I'd smoke that Mecki bud, that brick shit.
Hmm.
But mostly, I've been smoking good weed my whole fucking life. And then I got.
You started smoking weed while you were living with your parents.
Yes.
I did not. I waited until I left the house.
See, I was like 12 when I started smoking weed, dude. And my
I
dad was a prison guard, so I had to get real creative with hiding it. My dad would turn my room. You know why? Because he knew what the fuck was up. He'd smell something and be like, that's what. My dad got drafted into Vietnam out of high school. He got out of fucking the service and went to work for the federal penitentiary system. So he knew how to fucking search a room. I'm lucky he never bent me over or looked at my butthole.
Because that's what he was like doing for a living.
They
Like,
made him do that for like 3 years straight. That's what he did. Looked up hoop shoots. Then they taught him how to toss a cell. So me and my brother got real fucking creative. My dad inadvertently trained us to be smugglers. And I made a fair amount of money smuggling shit. I'm not going to go into detail on that because the statute of limitations ain't up. But it's just a drunk auditorium talking shit. But fucking bank, dude.
Eric Auditorium used to be in the import-export business.
Well, I did used to be able to cross the border with just an ID, no passport required. And I know where the holes in the fence are, so you can't even track me, really. Sometimes I throw a backpack over the fence, go across the fucking border on that bridge, you know, coming from Tijuana to fucking San Diego.
I've never crossed to Mexico by land.
Okay, well, it's a footbridge,
Okay.
right? And one day I was fucking nervous as shit. I had a bunch of firecrackers and marijuana rolled up in Mexican blankets, you know,
I love those
and
places.
also the hoodies.
Oh, yeah, the poncho things.
Yeah, I didn't want none of that shit. I like the blankets, but
Blankets
it
are
was to hide my fucking stash, man. I had switchblades, firecrackers, and about 4 pounds
Oh,
of
yeah,
weed.
California doesn't like switchblades.
No, they do now. They do now. They're cool with it now.
Oh, okay.
They're super liberal or whatever. Like, whatever. Fuck California. Anyway,
Agreed.
I was standing on this footbridge, nervous as shit. I'm like, is this gonna fly? Am I gonna be able to get? And I look down, and I see all these Mexican dudes just walking through a hole in the fence. I'm like, turned around, went right back, walked right home. Fucking, I was like, God damn, that's fucking easy as shit, dude. And then the next time I went through, that hole had been patched over. They took a big ass piece of chain link and just wired it. I was like, oh, that fucking sucks. Threw my backpack over the fence, went through, went down, picked it up. Like, took an hour. I was nervous that someone was going to steal my shit. It was a military backpack and there was high weeds, so I knew where it was, nobody else did. In a fictional world, that happened. I didn't really smuggle anything anywhere, but you know what I'm saying. Like, that was brick weed, that was shitty fucking ass. It smelled like Coca-Cola. I think they did pour Coke on it. Like, not Coke, like soda pop.
No, it'd be more expensive then.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Do you know the cartels have declared war on fentanyl?
Smart business decision.
All the cartels, no matter how bad they hate each other, have agreed. They did a leaflet dropping like they do when they about to bomb a city. No more fentanyl. You can't traffic it. You can't make it. You can't sell it. You can't lace anything with it. If they find out, chop your fucking goddamn head off.
Good. Good.
I love this. I love this fucking idea. You know why? Because I think drugs should be legal, just not poison. And I love the fact that these criminal organizations who are providing...
If you want fentanyl, you should be able to get fentanyl. If you want coke, you should get coke.
Well...
You should get what you ordered. Like, that's just basic business, right?
The current situation is no fucking fentanyl.
Good.
If you want fentanyl, don't go to Mexico for it, because they'll chop your fucking head off. You can't ask for it. You can't fucking smuggle it. You can't... No fentanyl. Morphine, yo. Heroin.
So, you know, I'm a fucking burn victim, and I have actually had fentanyl in my fucking system because of how fucking bad it got one particular day.
That's what it's fucking for.
Yeah.
It's for, like, severe burn victims, like people who...
Morphine isn't enough.
Right.
To counter the pain that I was
There's
in.
a handful of things that it's for.
Fentanyl had me walking the fucking hospital.
The number one reason for fentanyl is end of life. To make you comfortable while you fucking die. That remains its main fucking use. Even if people are doing it in the street, if I'm being comfortable while you fucking die, it's a stupid fucking drug.
Yeah. Recreationally, it is.
It should not fucking be done. I'm not gonna tell nobody not to do it, because
that's up to you.
Yeah, but you're gonna fucking die.
But I don't want to by surprise.
But I like that the cartels are like, no more. You're killing our customers. Stop it. But then you got me to thinking, if the cartels ain't on board with this, who's putting fentanyl on the street? It's not them.
Who are they trying to kill? I remember
it's Big Pharma.
When I was in Mexico, busking with Jungle Josh, the cartels were like just goofing around with us, playing grab ass. I was kicking the cartel in the nuts every fucking night.
They're a lot of fucking fun.
They're very fucking fun.
That's been my experience.
If you're a wacky dude, fuck yeah, man, they're feeling it. Dude, or at least the ones that I came across.
I got hired to do a show for the motherfuckers. Like, they paid really well. I was really brutally fucking persecuted for doing that show. This is like, I don't know, like, it was my first real good money gigs. It must have been like early 90s. Somewhere in there, maybe late 90s, I don't know. But, dude, they flew me out. I have to walk across the border, drive across the border.
Climbed a hole in the fence.
I did that shit, but not that time. I think they could tell that I was friendly. You know what I mean?
Well, in my experience, with whether it be like fucking Mexican cartels or just fucking any local fucking drug operation,
yeah.
If I'm not stepping on their money and they know that, then we just fucking wacky dudes hanging out in the fucking streets.
I lived in the 9th Ward of New Orleans for fucking 10 goddamn years. And nobody ever fucked with me but one time. And you know what? He got his ass handed to him fucking with the sword man.
Oh yeah, I forgot that you were sword man.
Yeah, that's what they call me. That's what they call me down there. I'm like, sword man, sword man. Some people knew my name, but for the most part, I was sword man. Or the professional.
The professional? Why?
Yeah.
Why the professional?
I have no fucking idea. But all the kids in the upper 9th Ward used to call me the professional. They call my wife Mrs. Professional. I had a lot of good time down there. I just can't go back.
That city was killing you.
I barred myself from New Orleans.
Good.
Partially on your advice. I had to fucking like...
Cool, I'm glad it stuck.
I had to pull the ripcord. I get tickets to go back all the time, man. People offer me shit to go down there. I'm like, I'll go to Lafayette.
Yeah, Lafayette's nice.
They got a lot of rad shit in Lafayette nowadays. It used to be a fucking shithole. But they fancied it up some, gentrification. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not... Gentrification usually means I have to move. So I'm not a fan of it, but I'm also not entirely against it. You can take a shitty area and make it nice again. I'm all for that.
Yeah.
I mean, I plant flower seeds all the time.
Fucking contemporary Johnny Appleseed.
I did plant some pumpkins the other day. I got a pumpkin patch back there, and I started a new one. That,
Oh, this is the time of year to plant pumpkins, isn't it? It's either now or early spring, right? Something like that.
I plant them between now and Thanksgiving. That's always been how I do.
Okay.
I actually have a calendar. It's a paper, real calendar. And it's all based on the pumpkin. So, like, October is a big old jack-o'-lantern. Then November is seeds. December is sprouts. And it goes all the way around the whole year to be a jack-o'-lantern again. It's fucking so beautiful, dude. I like to do pineapples and pumpkins. That sums up my whole life, actually.
Pineapples and pumpkins.
Yeah. That's gonna be the name of my fucking biography.
Maybe I might jump the gun and just name this episode of the podcast Pineapples and Pumpkins.
There it is. October 7th, 3136 is my date of birth. Libra, pumpkins, pineapples. That's me in a nutshell. Also, I solve swords and time travel, whatever. Okay. Kind of beside the point, I feel like.